Hello everyone. So you're welcome again into the next session of this Data Gurukul series, which is focused for the database developers to understand like how they can transition themselves into the data engineering side, right? So as we discussed earlier, I'm not going again into the every piece, bit and pieces mentioned here. You can refer the previous sessions also. So as we discussed in the last session about the Snowflake architecture, so today now I'm going into the hands-on mode. Okay. So to start with the hands-on mode, I will just set a background of the project. Okay, so just to understand like how project works in a real-time scenario in the data engineering words. So what happens here? So okay, just a minute. Yeah. So what happens actually? So in the real time in the data engineering world, it's all about have collecting data, cleaning those data, transforming those information into the some manner so that business insights could be generated. So the first step is to gathering data, like ingesting data. Okay. So there are different sources I have mentioned here. Okay. One is the SFTP server. Then we have the Azure Blob locations. We have the CSV files placed. It may be on local premises or somewhere. Okay. And we have AWS S3 bucket also. Okay. So there might be different sources. So what happens, we first stage we gather all the information from the source system in the same manner and format into some staging layer, we can say. Okay, so we will discuss about this also, like what is the different layers, how actually what is the real architecture, what is the kind of architecture that we follow in the data engineering world, because there are different series as we discussed in the previous series also, like we put the data into the stage layer when, like suppose for example, okay, I'll start. So what we will do inside the Snowflake, we will fetch all these information into the stage area. Okay, so okay, and after that the information into the stage area or the stage schema, we can integrate all those information and produce a combined result of those information. Okay, basically that's the integration part. Once that is done, then on the business need, we can just project the minimum required or the business required information that could be used into the data product. Okay, so I'll take help of the Snowflake sample data set today. So what I have done today, okay. So as soon as you will log in to this Snowflake trial account, so you will get some sample data set. Okay. So like for this example, this is a freshly created new Snowflake account. Okay. You can simply follow the Snowflake documentation. It will require your email ID and some basic information. It will not require any card or anything. Okay. So it's easy to start. So if you see this is the Snowflake UI. Okay. So there are different options here. Okay, like in case you have to create some worksheets, then you can just click on this tab like SQL worksheet, Python worksheet. Okay, and similarly if you have to navigate to the databases, so these kind of options are mentioned here. We will explore one by one here. Okay, but in the today's session I just want to get you familiar with this Snowflake. Okay, so this here is called the Snowflake snow site option. Okay, so what happens here, every worksheet, like this is a worksheet, it has some context information. What is the context? These are the context information, like what role you are using, what is the warehouse, and what is the database and schema. So minimum three information is required in order to proceed into the Snowflake. Okay, so I'm just going to create, like this is a default ready-made scripts that is provided by the Snowflake itself. So I'm going to create this sample, like creating this role. Okay, let me just create this. So in order to create role, you don't need any of this warehouse and everything. So as soon as I have created account admin role, so this is the default warehouse that I've got from the Snowflake. Okay, so there are, so Snowflake is providing this small warehouse here. Okay, as we discussed in the last session, that this is the main compute engine which works for us. Like if I compare to the Oracle database, in the Oracle database, we have this PLSQL or SQL engines to do the jobs using the SQL queries. So here we have this compute part, okay, this compute warehouse. So there are different size of warehouses which comes in different size, like extra small, large, extra large. So but we are going with the minimum warehouse size, that is extra small, and I'm using this account admin role here, okay. So see here, till now account admin role has been created. So instead of using this compute worker, okay. So in order to use this, suppose there are different warehouses available here. So I'm just mentioning here we have to use this compute warehouse. Okay. So now this will be in use. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to create some databases. Although there are default databases that are available via the Snowflake, that is Snowflake sample data, but I'm just going with these default options. Okay. So this is very pretty simple. As per the project need or the project standard, you can create your databases. I'm just going to create that. So this is the one of the database that I am created. Now I'm just creating a schema. Okay. So inside database, as in Oracle, also we have some database, then we create some schema based on our needs. So similarly, I'm creating a schema here. Okay. And inside this schema, so now if you see here, like if I just open new sheet, okay, like this has been created. So as soon as I'm opening a new sheet here, see here, I have to select. So here I'm selecting, I need this database, and the schema that I created, this is so with each and every database, public and information schema comes in a default way. So this is the manually created schema, that is raw POS that I'm using here. Okay. So once this is there, so if I just switch back to the original sheet here again, so here it's creating table. So see here, if you just compare the data types for creating any table is almost same. Like we have a number here, varchar here, okay. Variant is just for like any glob or blob type of data that you are going to create here, okay. Like for large objects. So if I'm going to create this one, okay, I'll just create this one, okay. So see, as soon as you create the table, okay, it will be reflected and you will get some basic information. Like for creating this table, what was the how many just so how many time it took to execute this part. Basically for DDL it also count. This is as a query here. Okay. Okay. So once this is available here, okay. So okay. So we have created this table menu. So we are just querying this table. I'm just doing a select here. As soon as do this, so see here, this is a empty menu table that we have got because no data is ingested here till now. Okay. So in the Snowflake, using this UI, you can just look into different options. Like if I just go to the query history option, okay. See here. So this is the last query that I have executed here. This is the query ID. It is showing the status, which user has executed it. So all this information we can get here. Okay. Also we have the filters here. Okay. Like from which user you want to see, like which query was executed. This is the time filter. Even for the warehouse level also, like I want to see the particular warehouse information only. Okay. Like if I go to the compute warehouse, okay, and if I just apply filter, so it will show me, okay, like these queries were executed this compute warehouse. Okay. So all the traces of whatever the query we are executing we will get here. Even if you just go here, so you will get all the profiling option and everything. See here, query profile option and everything. So that we will see in the future sessions, like how it works, how we can use this. Okay. So it might be one of the question in the interview, like how will you see that which query was executed, how much time it took. Okay. So there are different scenario around this query history options also, right? So if I switch back to that SQL sheet, okay, so you can see here, using this home button I just gone to the area where I can see different worksheets that are available here. So I'll just switch back to this sheet. Okay, so I was here. Even you can rename this sheet. Okay, right, you can just rename, like for this, like test SQL. So in this way you can just organize your sheets even into different folders also. You can organize your sheets. Okay, so okay, so I'll just come back here. So till now what we have seen here, so how to create a warehouse, the role. Basically in the real time scenario, all these rules are created by default by the data architect or the admin person, Snowflake admins. Okay, so whatever the context that I have created, everything is mentioned here, like the database table schema. Okay, we have created this table also, we have just queried our table also, like nothing is there. Okay, now what comes into the picture, so basically we are going to refer, as we know, like it says trial account, so we have the all information provided by the Snowflake. The Snowflake also provided a S3 location. Okay, a S3 location which we can refer. So if I just try to refer this, I'm not sure whether we will be able to refer that or not. Okay, it's not, no worries. So if I just go here, you can see. So now here comes, so what is a stage? So stage is a basically area where we can place our files. Okay, which can be referred during the. Okay, I'll do, I'll just cover these stage options later on. Okay, for now I'm stopping this session. Thank you.